All right, it is week 8 of the Prep Sports Report. We are ready to go. Ready to start, as always, Wayne, with the most electrifying plays of the week, brought to you by NIPSCO. And what a great ball game, what a great rivalry Tuesday night. And actually, East Chicago had a big lead there for a while.
Yes, they did. They played very well.
But did you really think Bowman was going to lose?
No.
I didn't think so. That's from an earlier game. That was Hiron Edwards passing to Damian Jefferson. Here's Raynard Perry with a steal and Anthony Cole for 2. Here's a Ryan Neal steal for Knoll. Oh, nice pull-up.
Nice pull-up. Yeah.
Here's Jeremiah Ochoa with the block. And here comes Hiron Edwards again.
What a nice
wait,
pass.
hey, I'm speechless after that.
Wow.
I'm speechless.
Magic.
I should have saw that one in the pre-show because I'm just flat out speechless after that one.
That was amazing.
I guess that's why Purdue and IU have both offered Mr. Edwards, huh?
That's
Maybe
for sure.
that was a little bit of the vision and the passing ability that's on display.
I totally agree.
We may have to re-rack that and show that again later tonight because I think I want to take another look at that. It was Damian Jefferson for 2 off the great pass from Edwards. All right, how about some boys high school basketball? They're playing for the conference title over at Hammond High last Friday night. Morton Governors in the red and Darius Cody right there knocking down the 2. Here's Aaron Haggard, not to be confused with Arthur Haggard, knocking down the jumper.
They are related.
You can't confuse him. He's got
That's right.
He has his own identity, Wayne. Here's Jeremiah Wilson for 2 off the glass.
This has kind of become a rivalry here. Hammond and
It has.
Hammond and Morton.
And the Purple Gang got the victory. That was Cortrell Caston. Or this is Cortrell Caston knocking down the 3 ball.
Knocking it down.
That was Cody who had another 2. Here's Deontra Crenshaw with a nice drive to the bucket. Hammond High won the conference title this night.
Yes. Congratulations to Coach Moore and
Yeah.
that group.
Nice hang shot in the lane for 2. That was Crenshaw again. Here's Darius Cody to Devin Mingo from downtown.
Guard him. You got to get out there.
They didn't get the scouting report, Wayne.
Did you see that pass? No looker. We've got a couple of point guards here.
Oh, a beautiful another look pass to Rios. That was our guy Alabed who had the 2. Here comes the Purple Gang on the break. Nice drive to the goal for Haggard. We're going to see a ball tipped up and in by Tion Carter for Morton. You know, these are highlights from the city of Hammond. There's a lot of folks out there that don't think our cameras get out to Hammond, Wayne.
Yeah.
We want them to step up and see these highlights because the Purple Gang won the conference title on this night with a 64-47 win over Morton, even though we won't talk about their letdown the next game against Andrane.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Don't mention that, Wayne. All right. How about another one of the great boys high school basketball rivalries in the region? East Chicago Central in the white against Bishop Knoll.
Ooh, this is a big one.
Ricky Reedus for 2 inside. EC coming off the loss to Griffith, right?
Nice pass there, and yeah, that's right. They need to make a statement.
There's Larry Chrysler to the goal for 2.
This
Here
is
comes Edwards back with the hang. No, rebounded up and in by Damian Jefferson.
It's a big rivalry. You know, they're only a couple blocks away from each other.
Marquise Tarver with the pull-up 2.
Marquise had a nice game here. You know, we look at Chrysler as being an outstanding player for Bishop Knoll, but Tarver really stepped up in this one.
Pull-up jumper up again and good for Edwards. Here comes EC on the break. Nice dish, good fake, put up and in for Jalen Blackman for East Chicago Central. Wait, Larry Chrysler just keeps scoring.
Yes, he does. Yeah, nice little jump shot, very physical player.
Nice drive, hang up and in.
Got to get in front of him.
Tyrion Gates with a nice drive to goal. A lot of new names for Knoll.
Right. There's Edwards. You know, I think he could probably move Yogi to shooting guard. Joe.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there's enough of the ball to go around there.
Oh, yeah.
Or come on, don't be too partial, Wayne. He could move Ronnie Johnson over to somewhere. I'm not sure where, but somewhere. There's a nice drive. Jefferson to the goal for 2.
Jefferson has had a nice season for Chicago also.
Yes, he has.
That's going to be a tremendous.
Larry, you shouldn't even be taking that shot. More or less making it. But East Chicago beat Knoll.
Right. 58-53. Surprise.
All right. East Chicago senior forward and former Bowman player Jalen Blackman. He was getting a big revenge battle coming up on Tuesday night. Let's go to the highlights first at East Chicago and Bowman. Here's our guy, Arthur Haggard, with a tip off the Justin King miss. You know, you've got to like Bowman, Wayne, as Anthony Cole scores there, to go up to 3A and go deep.
Yes, definitely. I really do, and I think that, you know, this is a great game. You look at East Chicago's schedule down the road here, you know, not down the road, but I mean the last couple of weeks, they have played some outstanding competition.
Devon Dillard with that hang shot right there. He was outstanding the other night. Haggard rebounds 2 more. Here's Mr. Edwards.
Edwards again from deep.
But I'm telling you, this
nice
they got so many
weapons.
weapons. So many weapons.
Yes, they do.
Justin King there again. Wow. Go ahead and throw down. How did he get out? How was that not electrifying? He wants a recount. Kendall Sims for 2 for East Chicago. Nice drive to the goal for Ochoa. And now we're going to see your guy, Mr. Jefferson.
There he is. Boom.
Really is giving them a perimeter influence, Wayne.
Right, a real balance with Edwards also on the other side.
Yeah, they got 2 guys that can shoot it from out there. Now,
breaks the press. Ooh, look at that nice passing to break the press.
Jalen Blackman, who played for Bowman last year, now playing for EC, so that was a big night for him. Mr. Cole for 2.
Oh, get that out of my house right here.
That was a little too low when he came up on it.
There it is. There was that pass.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. I might go with you Wednesday night to see the Chicago.
That'll be fantastic.
That was something. Beautiful drive to the goal right there. And Bowman broke this open late. You know the one thing that you got to like about the Bowman highlights, Wayne, is they're not shooting a lot of threes. They are going, they are attacking the rim.
That's right.
Here we go. This is
There's
Chicago
nice
senior and former Bowman player Jalen Blackman. He finished with 22, Wayne, setting the pace for East Chicago. And our guy, Justin King, was the game's leading scorer, 26 points. He also had 10 boards. Bowman is actually playing at Kokomo tonight, EC at South Bend, Washington. Tomorrow, 86-71, one of those great rivalries in Northwest Indiana. And Bowman really blown it open late and went with the big win.
You know, you've got a lot of Division I players in that game, you know, not only for Bowman,
a lot of coaches couldn't get in the gym, Tuesday night.
Right.
I think 15 Division I either coaches or assistants were in the house, including our guy Matt Painter from down at Purdue, who's been all over the trails of Mr. Dillard this year. So definitely a huge, huge win for Bowman. All right, another great game earlier this week had Michigan City's Wolves, Coach Boyd, our guy, taking on Bishop Knoll, and this was a game that Michigan City seemed to be controlling for most of the game.
Yeah, Michigan City played very well, and it was just the fact that, you know, Bishop Knoll really stepped up and got it at the end.
I really like the fact that Knoll plays such a difficult schedule leading up to the postseason.
I do too.
They played on the road at Valpo. There's Tyrene Gates for 2. They played East Chicago. They added Michigan City to the schedule. You know, even though they're 2A, games are going to get more difficult as the season goes on. Mr. Gates for 3. Man.
Yeah. You know, they're just kind of following the pattern that Bowman played last year. They played all these tough schools, then they got into the tournament, and it was, you know, a nice little run. Hopefully Knoll can mimic that, or at least.
You know, and unlike years past where Bowman was in 2A, Knoll looks to be the favorite around here in 2A.
I agree with you. I agree. They've got nice balance. Chrysler certainly is an outstanding player, but they've got other kids that have stepped up.
I think that's our guy Pulaski with a nice feed inside. Simmons had a great game. Keenan Simmons.
Yes.
He's getting some talk for maybe the best player in Northwest Indiana, and deservedly so.
Yeah, that's right. Nice outside shot.
Yeah, we know who that was. Michael. No, I think that was, let's see. That was our guy, Tarver, maybe, that hit the three. Oh, no, Pulowski, of course. Pulowski, of course, for the three, Wayne. Michael Smallwood, rebound 2 right there. Geronde Boyd.
Michigan City could do some damage also in their section.
That was a shot of Coach Boyd's freshman son, Geronde, who's been playing on the varsity this year. Roman Penn. He could have been the all-unknown player of the week.
Yeah.
Marquise Tarver for 3. Yeah, Knowles, everybody can shoot the 3 for them, huh? Stop and pop another one.
Boom,
for Tarver.
right there. Tarver did a nice game.
Yeah, he sure did.
Nice
feed
pass.
inside by Simmons, Donovan Wilson for 2.
Close
Again,
game.
Michigan City was leading this game for most of the entire first half. Knoll came back in the third and wins in the fourth. Impressive victories for Knoll this week
Yeah.
as they prepare for the postseason.
Statement game for them. They're ready for the postseason.
They are. I think they are. All right, let's go to the boys' top 10 before our players of the week. Let's see if there's any adjustments to the poll. Valpo dropped 1 bit, but you like Lake Station getting in the poll, Wayne.
Hey, Lake Station just, I believe, 2 days ago beat Griffith.
Yes, they did.
Okay, that was a heck of a win. I think they're, 15-5, but on this, and they made really a statement.
Lowell?
Yeah, Lowell has had a good season.
Very good season. They got Maribel tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's a big one for them.
Michigan City with 8 losses, but some impressive wins, and they play a very difficult schedule.
Yeah, and that's going to be a good sectional.
When you play the Duneland sectional, and then you play EC and Munster and Knoll outside of your conference schedule, that is a big-time schedule that Coach Boyd has used in the past, used it at Westside, prepared them to win a state title when they had such a difficult schedule with Chris Hunter and the guys.
And with East Chicago, at that particular sectional, with the Lake Central in it, with Westside in it, Munster in it, are they not prepared? They've already beaten, Lake Central.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a great one. Griffith has had an outstanding year. Bishop Knoll, just outstanding. Munster, boy, that's going to be a tough section a little bit.
It'll be a very tough section.
That is. And
Do you have your
Lake
Munster
Central.
basketball T-shirt on underneath? I mean,
not yet, but you never know.
you never know. Wednesday night, you might. All right, LC at 15-3, number 2, and then of course we saw him, Justin King and company, the Bowman Eagles, number 1 in the area in the top 10 poll. How about the Little 5, Wayne? Lake Station said we don't want to be in the Little 5 anymore.
Right.
We want the big boy poll. And they got her done.
Yeah, they did. Couch just had a couple days ago a nice win. 21st Century is ready to go.
Yeah.
They are ready. Marquette could be, the
ready
top
to go
in their,
as well.
top in their section.
Mr. Fazekas and company.
That's right.
Washington Township a solid year. Rensselaer. Where's my Jays? North Judson 12-6, getting no respect still in the Little 5. We'll see if they get into the poll here based on a nice showing in the state tournament. How about some players of the week, Wayne? Huh? You got some there?
We
Jake
certainly do.
Patella of Couts?
That's right. He had to 31 against Hanover Central and 19 against Lake Station.
It's been a tough year for my lacrosse Tigers. Wayne just 3-15, but Bryce Goose with 29 against
Boy,
North
he has been consistent for lacrosse. And then certainly Drew Hackett, 23 versus Andrean.
Drew Hackett, the 23 versus the Niners. How about some unknown players of the week? Ty Perry of Highland, he
31 against Hobart. Where did he
never
come
heard
from?
of him. 31 points against Hobart. He's a star now. Eric Zukov, I can't even pronounce his name.
Zagukas, I think it is.
Zukoskis?
Yeah, that's right. Whatever. Sorry, Eric.
23 for
Yeah,
Hebert.
but he had 23 against
Eric,
Hebron.
send us the phonetic
Right?
pronunciation
Yeah.
because now you're famous. We need to know how to say your name.
And Tyree Sims, we got that one.
Yeah.
For Roosevelt, 21.
Yes, thank you, Tyree, for having an easier name to say. And congratulations, he's an unknown player of the week. All right, how about some girls basketball quickly? The girls Northwest Indiana teams, Wayne, went by the boards in the postseason.
Yeah, they did.
Unfortunately, and I had a bad feeling about playing that regional at Penn.
That's for sure. You were right. There's no doubt about it.
Yes, there was no doubt about it.
This is the final poll for the girls, and you've got to go. Highland had a nice season. Lowell had a nice season.
KV had a nice win.
Yes, they had
on
a
Saturday.
nice win over Griffith.
West Side, a
Central.
nice win.
But, LaPorte, had a good season.
Great season,
Great
yeah.
season. Maryville did a nice run, had a nice run at the end. The number one team, though, Joe, has to be the West Side Cougars.
Yeah, Dana Evans and company, I'm right there with you. They played very well, won a game Saturday,
That's right.
and got a lot coming back.
We only have 3 more years with Dana.
Hey,
She was only a
there's a
freshman.
lot of girls coaches that are saying the
Yes.
same thing right now.
That's right.
We only have 3 more years of Dana Evans, Wayne. And
right.
they're wondering, they've been looking at that roster all year, wondering how Victoria Gaines is a junior.
Right.
How is Victoria Gaines a junior?
Is
That's
she
what all those
really?
dual.
I thought she was a senior.
That's what all those dueling coaches are still saying right now. How is she still a
geez.
junior? How about some most valuable players for this week? Dana Evans is one of those.
Certainly, she has to be.
18 against Penn after 35 against Fort Wayne Northridge.
How about
Naomi House.
Yes, I don't know what's wrong with my mouth there. 25 points versus
Hey,
good.
I've been putting you on my back a long
I
time,
know.
so it's not going to end now. Don't worry about
All
it.
right, Green Topic from KV had 18 there
18
and
against Griffith.
Griffith.
All right. How about do we have a final? No, that was our final
Yep,
girls poll.
That's the final poll.
How about some gymnastics scores, Wayne? We have the Duneland Conference meet coming up Saturday at
Crown Point. I believe
Crown
it is.
Point,
Right.
the DAC.
Right. This was Valpo finishing out an undefeated season here, 111.625 against Maryville. Maryville has really a shot at that third place.
Maryville's rated number 2 in the state
Yeah.
in girls gymnastics.
Right.
And you know how I know that the DAC is Saturday at noon?
How's that?
Because I follow Hannah Wilson, the Valpo gymnast, on Twitter, and I asked
Oh,
her.
wow.
And she told me it was noon.
Oh,
Saturday.
yeah? Nice job, Hannah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So hopefully, let's get some highlights as Hannah out there.
Oh, yeah,
Saturday,
definitely.
since she was helping us out. Nice shout out for her. Speaking of gymnastics, Wayne, after graduating gymnastics standouts Lindsey Cunningham and all-around state champ Mackenzie Barcelli, the Portage Indian girls gymnastics team had to make some big adjustments with this year's state tournament approaching. They still have high expectations on possibly a repeat and are relying on some new talent to lead the way.
Well, it was unreal. We knew we could do it, but seeing it all come together and becoming a reality was quite surreal.
We all wanted it really badly. So to actually finally accomplish it was a pretty great feeling to know that we did what we had been working for all year.
The 2 voids that we have, because they were all around competitors at state, is probably being filled by more than just 2 girls, because that's a lot of experience. But there are girls that are very capable of stepping up. Some girls are all around. Some girls are more help on other events than others. I kind of try to gear them in the way that they'll be the most help for the team.
I know it's a very different team this year. We had a lot of new faces and a lot of girls who hadn't done it as long as some of the other ones did. I mean, it's kind of been adjusting to that fact.
Because we have a lot of newer girls, we've been doing more basics and a lot more coaching, just simple stuff, point your toes, strain your legs. Our 3rd and 4th girls are stepping up a lot, and they've really made big improvements during the summer to help our team.
I think you find that the teams that advance from the Duneland Conference generally do very well when they go down to state.
The fact that our conference is as strong as it is, it really pushes us to do even better.
Our conference is definitely way tougher than any other one. So by the time we go to state, we're still competing against each other.
There are some girls that haven't been very experienced at gymnastics that are pretty brave. and go for things that you would actually see maybe in younger kids. At the high school level, they're a little bit more aware of the injuries that'll occur, and the fear sets in a little bit more.
It's always there. When I was younger, I mean, you're little, so you're kind of fearless. You just go for it. You're kind of like, well, I could get hurt, but when you know how to do things, you shouldn't if you do it right. So that's always there too.
Every time I get nervous, I'll stand there and I'll like brush it off, but I'd stop thinking, honestly, and I just do it.
You try to get them prepared in as many drills as you can do. Put mats where they need to be and spot when you need to spot, and kind of just hope that it all comes together at the end.
If you don't go for it, you're never going to get it. So you can go for it like now, and it could kind of crash a little bit, and then perfect it later, or you can never go and never get it.
I don't think it stops me. I just tell myself that I have to push through it to be a stronger gymnast.
Another great job by our guys.
Oh,
as
yeah, it
Portage
really was.
getting ready for the DAC, defending state champs, and
You know, Coach Barcelli has done an
Yes.
excellent job at Portage. You know, Portage had a little lull in their program for a while. She's brought them back. When you look at the Duneland, Joe,
Yeah.
you've got Valpo 1 in the state, you've got Maryville number 2, you've got Portage and Chesterton up
yeah.
there, and now Michigan City is
Yeah,
starting to make a
very
move.
good.
I mean, that is the best conference, hands down,
Yeah, no
in the
doubt.
state of Indiana.
got the DAC, then the sectional, then the regional. So gymnastics big time the next
Big time,
3
big
weeks. All right, time for the picks for this week. We've been trying to boycott the Wayne's World Music, but here it is. You've been getting paranoid, Wayne, without your music.
I know. I need time, you know, get my hat on.
The boys' state tournament kicks off on Tuesday night at many different sites. Let's look at some of the picks for early next week, Wayne. You, of course, love Munster. You love the style. You love Coach Hackett. You're a volunteer assistant. That's really not true, but I like to say that anyway. And you like them over Morton.
I do. That's a Tuesday night game. Boy, this Wednesday night one is going to be very interesting. You've got Lake Central over Highland and East Chicago over West Side in that Friday matchup then. Okay.
Yeah. Could be
It'll
LC and
excellent.
East Chicago.
That's right.
Yeah. How about at Valpo?
This is another one, and I think, you know, Michigan, the intriguing game here is Michigan City Crown Point.
Yeah.
I think that both teams could come out a winner here. This is going to be a good battle, but I like the experience of Michigan City.
You could throw the teams in a hat at Valpo.
Yeah.
And don't know how that one's going to come out.
Right.
It could come out, you know,
That's
really
right.
when you think about it, Wayner. On Wednesday night, you've got a rematch of Valpo and Cheese. They got Cole Teal back, but now Chris Palambizio out for the year.
Wow,
After
that's
the
a
injury
big- that's
this
a big-
weekend.
that
that
is-
is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Kudos out there to him.
Valpo has played well towards the end of the season here, got a couple of nice victories. I thought with Teal back and Palambizio healthy, Chesterton might do it, but
Yeah.
I think that Palambizio is going to hurt them.
Cole Teal
And-
had a big game in the win against
yeah,
Valpo.
Yeah, and Laporte will struggle
Yeah.
against Maryville.
Laporte, you know, a lot to be left for them this year, too. How about the Class 3A moved back to the Civic Center? Gavitt over Clark. Our buddy Coach Joe Delgado really hurting this year, hoping they can get maybe a victory before this one ends, but been tough for them.
Yeah, it really has. And then Roosevelt defeated Walls just recently. We'll see if that is a little revenge factor for the Hornets.
Griffith and Hammond, going to be a good game.
Yeah, that's going to be a very good game. I think Hammond really is playing well. Griffith's had a great season. And then I like Bowman over Lighthouse.
All right, down to Class 3A KV, the Prairie over Wheeler.
Right. Prairie's had a pretty decent season so far. We haven't mentioned them much. I like Andrean, okay,
Yeah.
and, you know.
They're not a
over
prohibitive
KV.
favorite like they've been in
No,
years
that's
past.
right. That's definitely right. And knocks in a close one over Hanover Central.
Our buddy Kevin Driscoll not happy about that pick. All right, how about Class 2A Hebron?
Yes, I like Hebron. The Hawks have been pretty good this season. I like Bishop Noah and Lake Station, and that's going to be a very good game. Lake Station has a
Oh.
couple of young men.
Those are
that
two
have
great
stepped out.
games
Yes,
Tuesday
they
night,
are.
Wayne.
Yes,
Forget
they
about
are.
going to East Chicago. I think I'm going to go to Hebron Tuesday night.
Okay.
I
That's
mean,
great
Those are
because
two very solid games.
I totally agree.
On Tuesday night.
You know, Bishop Knoll has had a nice schedule at the end to prepare them, but Lake Station's win over Griffith has really, improved my opinion of that.
Class 2A at Rensselaer, the Bombers.
I like the Bombers, right.
All right.
And then for Class 1A,
Let's go to 1A quickly as we're running out of time.
quickly, Washington Township, 21st Century, and Couts.
And we'll get that possible Couts 21st Century pick. That'll come
right.
next Thursday night, Wayne, when we put you back on the spot.
Okay.
From a year ago when, of course, I stepped out and
Yes, you
picked
did.
21st
Yes, you
Century
did.
Charter to win the sectional. I just got to remind everybody when I was right for once. All right, we'll see you next Thursday night with another edition of the Prep Sports Report on Lakeshore Public Television.